Welcome back to Real Life Reviews, and this is a video that's born out of a question I was asked a few days ago. It was simple. If I were to give somebody doing their first Ironman one tip for each element, what would it be? So here we go. These are mine. They're not original by any sense or stretch of the imagination, but these are what I think, if you are about to approach your first Ironman this year, season's opening up now, what would I suggest you do? Before we launch into it though, I'm filming this as we've just had the results of the Ironman World Championships in St. George, and I'm particularly focused on the ladies. I'll tell you why in a moment. Congratulations to Daniela Reef, back on form, cracking win. Well done, Annie Haug, reigning champion, came third. But my focus is an awesome congratulations to Kat Matthews, who came second. Kat is a fellow ATA athlete. She's a captain, physiotherapist in the army, and that is just quite a stunning result. So well done to Kat. Okay, to the video then. Number one, for the swim. So your first Ironman, and some of these tips can trickle down to half iron and any other one really to some degree. But when you approach the swim, for most people it is psychologically the most daunting unless you come from a major swimming background. You should know roughly the sort of time you're expecting to do in the water that you're swimming in, be it a lake, be it the salt of a sea swim, be it a river, or whatever. My advice is be honest with your time when you go into your pen, but be at the front of that time, and then chat to the people around you. And what you're looking for is somebody, not somebody who's cocky, but somebody who is quite an experienced Ironman athlete, knows what time they're doing, and you're going to focus on them. And they could even, across the whole Ironman, be looking at maybe swimming 5 minutes faster than what you're anticipating to swim. But chat to them, focus on them, and then when you get to coming into the water, do everything you can to basically go in with them. They're going to be your toe, and they are going to make your swim that much easier. Stay on the feet or the hip, so practice your towing. But my tip, identify the person that ideally you're going to tow. Now, you might not stick with that person all the time, but be aware of who's around you, what pace they're doing, and look for that tow. So that's tip number one. Tip number two for the bike involves that and these babies. You will see in transition people with gels taped to the top tube, all variations, maybe even a gel taped to a water bottle, and people are carrying a lot of nutrition for the bike. And there's some very innovative solutions to this. Well, solution is the right answer, because a 750ml bottle will comfortably take 10 of these. On average, these are something like 60ml in volume. So 600ml is going to go in here. You'll get a bit over 750ml total, but my advice is put 10 of these in one of these, top it up with water. It will shake and bounce around a bit on the bike anyway, but give it a shake. And what you've got there is you've got a constant stream of energy that every 15-20 minutes you can give yourself a little squeeze, a mouthful, swill it round, swallow it, and you can trickle that energy in. And you're not flooding your bike with gel wrappers all over the place. You're not having to faff about making sure you don't drop them and you tuck them away, or you've got somewhere to put your rubbish. It's all done there. And then all you need in whatever nutrition pouch you've got is just one or two emergencies. Make one of them a caffeine one for near the end, should you need it. But tip number two, stick a load of gels into your water bottle. Even if you're on an aero bottle, 500ml, you can get 8 of those gels in here, but maybe do 6 and have a bit of water. But Make life easy for yourself. Give yourself a constant stream of energy. Okay, tip number 3, and this is probably the one that maybe most people have heard or thought of before, but on the marathon, unless you're a serious contender, but if you're doing your first Ironman, you're probably viewing the marathon as something at the end to make sure you get through. In which case, on the aid stations, walk. It's going to make so little difference to your time unless you are doing that, oh, I'm first Ironman, I'm going to qualify for Kona. Well, walk. Walk through, gather yourself, make sure you get the right bits of nutrition that you want, be it flat Coke and water, be it something salty, a gel, whatever, but just walk through. Make sure you've had and got what you want. If you're taking a gel with you and you're putting it in a pouch or on your belt, do it whilst you're walking. And then as you come out of transition, out of the food station, get back into your rhythm and your pace, and off you go. So that's it, I'm afraid. They are my 3 number 1 tips if you're doing your first Ironman. And as I say, they'll trickle into half Ironman and you can use them as you see fit. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. This hasn't been a review of equipment, but in the description down below we have a link to Wiggle, and should you be thinking of buying some kit in the near future, we'd really appreciate it if you go through that link. You get some good deals often, you pay no more, and we get a tiny percentage which helps keep the channel going. If you haven't yet subscribed, well, click on the little round picture down there, and if you want to visit our website, links just there. Up in the top corners here are a couple of videos about bike setup and experiences from Ironman UK. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon.